I don't do this stupid stuff on purpose, believe it or not. Sometimes things just happen and I don't quite know why, but it did.
As you see, some of the snow has melted from my last video, so today I'm going to mill two logs. One is an 8-foot and the other one is a 12-footer. The first one to mill is going to be the 8-footer. It has a log diameter of 11.5 on the large end, 10.5 in the smaller end. As always, the first thing to do is to level out the pith. Now, if you're new to this sawmilling, if you want to see how I level out the pith, a more detailed explanation, and look at some of my earliest videos on the sawmilling, and there you can see how I did it. I just use a jack as shown, just a small jack from a car in order to lift them up and get the piths leveled. Now this 8-foot log has a bow down in the middle there, and that's why I'm measuring from the bunk to see where I can start my cut. This is an area where I could get a little better at, and I need to, is actually judging my logs and getting good first cuts and cutting down on waste. Sometimes I cut too small, sometimes I seem to cut too big. Apologize for the view. I know the outline of the log is hard to see with the snow and the snow in the background. Okay, now I'm going to do my pre-checks. I'm going to get the machine ready to run, and while I'm doing this, I'm going to give you a little bit of insight in the video coming up. The 8-foot log, I cut. It cuts okay. The 12-foot gives me a little bit of trouble, so make sure you stay tuned and watch till the end so you can see the stupid issues I have with the 12-footer. But while you're watching, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss any of my new and upcoming videos. My pre-checks consisted of checking the gas and the oil, blade tension. I start the machine. Had a little bit of trouble. It is cold. Now today I'm cutting up the hemlock tree that I cut down on the last week's video and dragged into place and all that happy stuff. So during this video at various places, I will be giving you some facts on what I'm cutting up today, which is the Eastern Hemlock Tree. These slabs you see me drag off, I'll eventually be cutting them up for firewood to use up here at camp or at the homestead. These Eastern Hemlock trees can grow, average growth is 60 to 100 feet high, and there are shade tolerant. As you've seen this tree when I cut it down, it was not very high. It was not a healthy tree. Once I got the first cut, the width that I wanted, I turned it over, and here is when I start measuring. And I'm going to start dividing by inches so I can cut off what I need to and start making some lumber after my first slab. Now that I have my can halfway done, I'm going to flip it on the side. Right now it's 6 inches wide, so I can start making my 2x6s. Another interesting fact about this Eastern Hemlock, it is the state tree of Pennsylvania. Well, this finishes up the 8-foot with the exception of cutting up the flitches, which I'll save them and cut them once I get the 12-foot log finished with. The lifespan of these eastern hemlock is 250 to 300 years for maturity, and they can live up to 800 years. Now, there are some old growth in the area.
Okay, the pith is 10, around 10 something. The width or the diameter of that log up that end is 15 and a half. This end is only 12. So obviously I'm gonna have a lot of waste on that end. This one right here is only 6 and a half. I know we're gonna have to go up quite a bit.
Now, as I try to roll this log over, it gets caught on the bars. I need to get some tubing to go up there, so I try to pinch it back just a touch and look and see what happens.
Man, that sucks.
No, I did get the tractor with the forks to lift it back on there. You don't see it me putting on because I forgot to turn the camera on, but I did kind of wiggle it onto the forks and then lifted it up here, and I rolled it back into position so I can get it cutting again. Eastern Hemlock Tree lumber is used for construction. It's pulp, and it's also for boxes. It is considered more of a brittle wood. Now the cant so far is cut to 6 inches. I'm trying to roll it up now so I can cut, and I still want to try to get 2 4x6s out of here, so I need to cut an 8x6 cant here, and it's real close. I don't know whether I'm going to make it or not. I'm going to give it a shot though to see if I can get 2 4x6s out of this one log. One of the early uses was for the bark, the tannin in them, and they used to use it in the tanning industry, which, if people aren't familiar with tanning, it's actually tanning the hides of animals when they used to make a lot of clothing and a lot of more leather goods. I did get my second 4x6 out of this cant. The cant was real close. Unfortunately, the pith is also real close. As you see now, as I'm doing my flitches, I took some advice some of my viewers had and on my comments to make sure I just left the big one up there to use as backing when I cut this, especially these 2x flitches. It seemed to work well, so keep the comments coming. They do help me. Another fact is these Eastern Hemlock, one thing that is hurting them growing back is there's a Asian insect that's eating them, and it's actually killing some of the older ones. So, and they're kind of prone to wind damage too, as you cut out around them. If they're exposed to the wind, they are an evergreen, so the wind can catch them and it does kind of break them off. You'll see them just like snapped in half in strong winds. Almost finished here, so make sure you continue to watch and see how much lumber I got out of this 8-foot log and this 12-foot log. After looking at this board, I think I'm going to leave the live edge on it too and maybe use it some sort of shelving.
Here's the haul for today. That 12-foot board gave me 2 4x6s now. They should be okay. I try not to cut the pith. We'll have to see how they turn out. I got these 2 4x6s. I got one 2x4x12, and one by, I left live edge on it. My wife was saying she wants to see some live edges, so I went ahead and left the live edge on the 1-inch board. She wants some maybe some shells made out of this. Now the smaller log, the 8-foot one, I've got 1, 2, 3 2x6s by 8 and 1 by, and again with the live edge for the same reason. And that's what I cut today. You also seen my mistake where I rolled the Cant off the edge. I don't do this stupid stuff on purpose, believe it or not. Sometimes things just happen and I don't quite know why, but it did. So, I mean, what do you say? You just repair it and go. I did get it underneath the forks and lifted it up. What I did is I put the forks beside it and I rolled the log on. I forgot to turn the camera on to show you that part, and I realized that once I got it over top of the table here. So that's why that part's missing. But I did okay. We'll see how these 4x6s turn out. I'm about ready to take all my 4x6s and put them on here and use this as a table saw to make sure everything's even. But I'm gonna let these dry out a little bit first. Maybe next time I'm up here, hopefully the weather starts changing a little bit. It was supposed to be sunny today. I was out early in the morning and then it just kind of left. But I guess it's supposed to maybe rain tonight, so I'm gonna have to cover everything up just to be safe. Thanks for viewing, and I hope you get a chuckle out of my mistakes, and I hope you learn something from them too. I put the mistakes on just for people to learn. I mean, it's good to learn. That's kind of why I do what I do. I am learning, so I am making lots of mistakes, and hopefully you don't make the same mistakes I do. So please keep on watching and help this old man out. Please like and subscribe and hit that bell, please. It all helps me grow my channel. So once again, this is the old man with the plan, and I'll see you later.